Hi everyone, it's environmental educator Fiona coming to you from New Mexico with another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip. Or shall I say, not so quick trip, considering this journey involves a hike from the Sandia Crest Trailhead all the way at the north end of the Sandias in Tacitus, up the entire ridgeline to the very highest point at the crest. That means over 11 miles and 4,500 feet in elevation gain. It was a tough trek. Are you ready for this? Lucky for you, you can get a sense of the entire experience, which I filmed all along my way, in a matter of minutes from the comfort of your couch. We wind our way up the rocky hillside on this sunny morning in late May, amongst the pinyon pine trees and junipers, and lots of small cacti and yucca and other little shrubs. Can't have a video without some scat in it. You can see the trees don't get very tall at this elevation. It's arid here, there's not a lot of moisture throughout the year, and that means there's not a lot of shade, but there is a lot of sun. If you're into geology, this trail has a lot of sections with exposed cliff sides where you can peer at the rock and get glimpses into the ancient history of these mountains and what came before them. And of course, you can also look at the rocks on the ground under your feet, maybe spot some fossils or other interesting evidence of the past. Or if your interest lies more in the weather, all you have to do is look up. We're in a great position to watch as the clouds roll through, and also to make sure that storms aren't on their way. Of course, we're in a very exposed, high position for much of this trail. And you. Oh, they're so cute. Some kind of swift or swallow. And I think those mostly eat insects, so I'm guessing there's some kind of good insects to eat. Because I thought that's why they usually do this. But I've only seen that really over water, like in the evening or something. Huh. We've reached about 5.5 miles in on the Sandia Crest Trail, and we just passed the first intersection in quite a while with the Penasco Blanco Trail. We've climbed up to 8,600 feet elevation. The scenery up here is amazing, and the hillsides look lush and green as all the oaks have leafed out. It's also a great time of year to see the wildflowers. We're keeping an eye on the clouds as we go, and we see them gathering and looking a little darker in the distance, but luckily nothing looks too threatening close by. The wind is starting to pick up, and there is a wind advisory in the forecast for later today. Time to keep climbing. It might not feel like it, but in that stretch of trail, we've covered about 4 more miles and gained about 2,000 more feet in elevation. We're surrounded by a forest of tall trees now, with firs and spruces and pines that we didn't have down below, and even aspen groves. Now we're going through an area burned by fire. We're nearing the top. Well, now you tell me you can drive to the top. Would have been a lot quicker and easier that way. Here we are at the top of the crest, 10,680 feet above sea level.
We saved $3.
Walking, I have a pack.
Yep.
Didn't really save $3.
It's like a different world up here compared with 5,000 feet down below us in Albuquerque. We're hiking a little ways further, and then we'll find a camp spot for tonight. It's been a long, hard day of hiking the Sandia North Crest Trail, and we did it. We've traveled through several life zones and seen all kinds of amazing scenery along the way. Tonight, this will be our house in the great outdoors.
We've stopped for the night. We went about 11 and a half miles or so, and we'll be continuing tomorrow with about 16 miles. In the meantime, we set up camp and having some dinner. Got some couscous there with spices and rehydrated broccoli. And I think it's gonna hit the spot. It's cold and windy, and it's supposed to get windier as the night goes on. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully our tents will hold up. None of us have really tried our tents out in the wind yet. So we shall see.
Here, Fiona, is breakfast after the cyclone breakfast, post-cyclone breakfast, still going on.
Needless to say, the second day didn't quite go as planned. After a nearly sleepless night with incredibly strong winds, on top of having hiked such a hard trail the day before, 5 minutes out of camp, I tripped on a rock and face planted right onto another rock. My eyebrows split open. My friend stayed with me and kept me calm while I got my first aid kit out. Always be prepared. Big shout out to Hornet for giving us a ride down the mountain to an urgent care. After a few stitches and a couple weeks, we came back out to do the second half of the Crest Trail. Watch for the next video soon, detailing that adventure.